Okay, so this just happened to you. You're at a gathering. Someone's talking about their weekend, their new job, whatever. And then out of nowhere, your dog walks up to this complete stranger and just goes for it. Full commit, no hesitation, no shame. And you're standing there dying of embarrassment. But here's the thing, nobody tells you your dog just did something genius. And I mean that literally. What your dog is doing right now is something humans have been trying to replicate for thousands of years. We just do it differently because we're frankly less good at it. Over the next 15 minutes, I'm going to explain exactly what your dog is doing, why they're doing it, and honestly, once you understand this, you're never going to look at your dog the same way again. So stay with me, because this is actually wild. Before we get into the science, I want you to think about something. How many times have you pulled your dog away from sniffing someone? How many times have you apologized for it? What if your dog is reading information about that person that would take you as a human weeks to figure out? What if your dog isn't being inappropriate? What if your dog is just operating on a completely different level of intelligence than we give them credit for? That's what this whole thing is about. So let's break it down. Here's what most dog owners don't realize. This behavior isn't just one of those quirky dog things. This is the reason dogs can sense when someone is sick. This is why dogs can detect fear and anxiety before you've said a single word. This is why some dogs can smell cancer before you even know you have it. This is your dog's superpower. And the craziest part? Most people watch their dog do this and have zero idea what's actually happening. Once you understand it, everything changes. You're going to understand your dog better, respect them more, and honestly, you're going to get a little unsettled learning what your dog already knows about the people around you. Let's get into it. First, we need to talk about the equipment your dog is working with. Your dog has something you don't, and I'm not talking about a stronger sense of smell. I'm talking about an entirely different sensory organ that you literally do not possess. It's called the Jacobson organ. Some people call it the vomeronasal organ. And when your dog sniffs an intimate area of the body, anywhere you sweat heavily, they activate this organ in a very specific way. Think of it this way. You read a person's face to understand them. Your dog reads their smell, same instinct, completely different hardware. And your dog's hardware is 50 times more powerful. Your nose has about 6 million olfactory receptors. Your dog's nose has 300 million. And these aren't just more of the same thing. They're fundamentally different. They're designed to detect microscopic chemical signals called pheromones, things that are completely invisible to you. Your dog, when they sniff you, is experiencing a version of the world that would absolutely blow your mind if you could access it. It's like they have a sixth sense that you simply don't have. And here's the thing that really gets me. You know how sometimes your dog doesn't like someone even though that person seems perfectly fine? Or your dog immediately trusts someone you're not sure about. Your dog might be right. They might be reading something about that person that you completely missed. So now we know your dog has this incredible sensory system. Let's talk about what they're actually reading, because this is where it gets really interesting. When your dog sniffs you or anyone, they're gathering specific, precise information. And there are 5 categories. Number 1, your emotional state, and I mean right now, not yesterday. Not what you're pretending to feel, what you're actually feeling in this exact moment. Your body releases different pheromones depending on whether you're nervous, anxious, excited, calm, or sad. When stress hits, cortisol rises. When you get excited, adrenaline spikes. Your dog can smell all of it. This is why your dog behaves differently around anxious people versus calm ones. They're literally reading your emotional state. They know if you're faking it. You cannot lie to a dog. Even if you tell someone you're fine, if you're internally falling apart, your dog already knows. Your pheromones give you away. Every single time. Number 2. Your physical health research has shown that dogs can detect certain diseases through scent. Studies confirm dogs can identify cancer, diabetes, epileptic seizures, and dangerously low blood sugar all through smell. When your body is fighting an infection, when you have inflammation, when something is wrong, your pheromone profile changes. Your dog detects this. This is why dogs often become clingy or protective around owners who are unwell. They're not guessing. They know something is different. Number 3, what you've eaten and your digestive health. Your dog can smell your last meal from hours ago. They can also tell if your digestion is off. An upset stomach changes your pheromone output. Your dog picks this up immediately, which explains why some dogs get unusually fixated on certain people at random times. Number 4, and this one is genuinely profound, your dog can assess whether you're being genuine. Dogs read pheromones to determine if someone is safe, trustworthy, or a potential threat. This is a survival mechanism from their wolf ancestors. In a pack, you need to know who is loyal and who isn't. Your dog is running that same analysis in a single sniff. This is why your dog is usually right about people. If your dog is consistently uncomfortable around someone, there may be something worth paying attention to. If your dog immediately relaxes around someone, that person is probably exactly who they appear to be. Number 5, hormonal changes. If someone is pregnant, menstruating, or going through any significant hormonal shift, their pheromone profile changes noticeably. Your dog doesn't necessarily understand what it means, but they know something is different. This is why dogs often become extra protective or attentive during these times. They're not being strange. They're responding to a real measurable chemical signal. So your dog is essentially a walking medical scanner. If you've got anything going on with your body, your dog already filed the report. So now you understand what your dog can do, but the real question is, why? Why did dogs evolve this ability? Here's the thing, dogs were wild animals once, and in the wild, you need to know everything about the animals around you. Are they sick? Are they strong? Are they a threat? Your survival depends on it. Your nose is your primary survival tool when you're a wild animal. Not your eyes, not your ears, your nose. So over thousands of years, dogs evolved this extraordinary olfactory system, essentially becoming living chemical sensors. And here's the part most people don't think about. When humans domesticated dogs, we didn't remove this ability. We kept it, and we built entire industries around it. Drug detection, cancer screening, seizure alerts, search and rescue, all of it started with a sniff. So when your dog sniffs someone at a party, they're not just doing a weird dog thing. They're tapping into an ability perfected over thousands of years of evolution. They're using a superpower, and we're standing there going, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's actually incredible. Your dog might be smarter than you at reading people. I know that sounds blunt, but it's true. Your dog is reading information you literally cannot access. So if your dog is consistently uncomfortable around someone, that's worth paying attention to. Your instincts are based on vibes. Your dog's instincts are based on actual, measurable chemical data. Next time you meet someone new, really watch your dog. Are they relaxed and curious? Or tense, pulling back, giving off warning signals? Your dog might be telling you something important. If your dog is acting unusual, clingy, protective, won't give you space, they may be picking up on something going on with your health. Dogs have been formally trained to alert owners to seizures before they happen and to detect dangerously low blood sugar in diabetics. These dogs aren't magic. They're reading chemical changes in the body. So if your dog is behaving strangely around you and you can't figure out why, it's worth mentioning to your doctor. Your dog might be the first warning system you have. You cannot hide your emotions from dogs. Full stop. You might tell your family you're fine, but your dog knows you're stressed. Your dog knows you're anxious. And not just your dog, any dog within range can read this. You're broadcasting your emotional state to every dog in the vicinity. Honestly, it's kind of liberating once you accept it. The dog's going to know anyway. You might as well just be yourself. This one is actually beautiful. When your dog sniffs you, they're not just gathering information, they're bonding with you. They're learning your chemical signature. They're understanding your emotional patterns. They're getting to know you on a level that's genuinely intimate. So when your dog comes home and wants to sniff you before you've even put your bag down, let them. It takes 10 seconds. And you're letting your dog know, I'm here. I'm okay. I'm home. That's their way of checking in. All right? So this behavior is normal. It's not inappropriate. It's not your dog being broken or poorly trained. It's hardwired into their DNA. In a wild pack, dogs do this constantly. It's a crucial form of social communication. So when your dog does it at a friend's house, they're not being rude. They're doing exactly what their instincts tell them to do. But here's the practical question. How do you manage it when it makes people uncomfortable? Before your dog approaches someone, give a clear command, sit, wait, stay, whatever works for your dog. Get them to pause and check in with you first. Once they're calm and listening, give permission. Okay, go say hi. This way, your dog still gets to do what their instincts are telling them to do. They still gather the information they need, but they're doing it on your terms. You're adding manners, not suppressing their natural behavior. It usually takes about a week or two of consistent repetition. Every time someone new arrives, command, calm, permission. After 10 to 15 repetitions, your dog starts doing it automatically. It's not complicated. It just takes consistency. And the beautiful part, your dog still gets to sniff. You're just teaching them the right moment to do it. And next time someone looks uncomfortable with your dog sniffing them, you can actually explain what's happening. My dog is reading your emotional state, your health, your trustworthiness, all from a single sniff. It's their way of getting to know you. Most people find that fascinating once they understand it. It completely reframes the behavior from weird to impressive. You can also tell them, my dog is running a full diagnostic on you right now. Try not to be embarrassed by whatever they find, so let's bring it all together. Your dog isn't weird. Your dog isn't broken. Your dog isn't trying to embarrass you. Your dog is a sophisticated sensory being, operating on a level of perception that you simply don't have access to. They're reading information about people that would take you weeks to figure out. They're bonding with you on a chemical level. They're trying to understand the world, and the people in it in the only way they know how. When you really sit with what your dog is doing, it's kind of profound. Your dog is trying to know you better than anyone else knows you. They're reading your emotional truth. They're understanding you on a level that's almost intimate. So the next time your dog sniffs someone or sniffs you, remember, they're not being weird. They're being brilliant. And honestly, after understanding all of this, doesn't that change how you see them? Because I think it does. Your dog isn't just a pet. Your dog is a genius who perceives the world in ways we're only beginning to understand, reading information, making judgments, bonding with you, trying to keep you safe. All of that in a single sniff. If this video changed how you think about your dog, hit the like button. It takes 1 second, and it genuinely helps us reach more dog owners who need to hear this. Subscribe if you want more of this every week. We break down dog behavior and psychology in a way that actually makes sense. And drop a comment. What's the weirdest thing you think your dog already knows about you? I read every single one. Some of them are wild. Next week, why dogs eat grass. And no, it's not because they're sick. There's a real reason for it that most vets won't bring up. See you then.